And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the New York Mets looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Framber Valdez.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that, and that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
Starling Marte, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Right down to shoot. That's strike one.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Next pitch misses, and the count's even at 2-2. Packed house here at Dyken Park. Got him. One out in the top of the first. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Way outside, and it's 1-0. Valdez, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a slider. The lefty, the 1-0. That clips the corner. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground, out to short. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down. And here's the opening day lineup for the Mets. Chris, this team was outstanding in 2024. What kind of encore can we expect this year?
They gave the Dodgers an amazing battle in the NLCS, Boog, before LA went on to win the World Series. Few breaks here or there, and maybe it would have been the Mets' year. But it's been almost 40 seasons since they won a World Series. You know there's a definite hunger around this franchise.
Juan Soto in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Diaz gathers, throws to first. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. And we're back. And on the hill in this one, Kodai Senga.
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, He can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one finds the zone. Strike one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
1-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground to the left, Vientos. One gone, bottom half of the first. Let's take a look at the Astros opening day lineup, Singy. They've gotten used to success in Houston.
Absolutely, Boog. I mean, it was a shock to see him get bounced in the wild card round last year. It was the first time they hadn't at least made it to the ALCS since 2017. I wouldn't be surprised if they get back there this season, though.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. And first offering is fouled off. And that is out of play. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swings through that one, out in front that time.
1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
And they'll do it again. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Astros are down quietly. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Pete Alonso. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball, to slug, is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
And that is downstairs.
1-0.
Ball 1. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. A switch hitter batting right. First pitch just misses. Lindor, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Puerto Rico.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson, a consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
That clips the zone, and it's 2-1. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
That's the ball.
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
3-1 now. And a swing and a miss.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Here's Brandon Nimmo. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fair ball. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
No balls, one strike.
And there's a ball.
One strike.
Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day. That one is absolutely belted. And it bangs off the top of the wall. One runs in. Not in time, it's a double. In to score from first, and they lead by 2.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
One out, runner at second. Alvarez getting ready to hit. Ground ball left side. Paredes fires over to first, and that is out number 2. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2.
This to third. Whips it across. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Daikin Park, Singy, these fans are used to watching good baseball. The Astros won the AL West last season for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, they kept the division run alive, but their streak of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS was snapped.
late with the swing there. 88 wins last
0-2.
year was enough for another Astros division title, though.
Yeah, that surprised me, Boog. Turns out the AL West was the only division with a champion that won less than 90 games.
That's not a high number, especially with teams like the Rangers and Mariners in the same division. My guess is it takes more than 88 wins to take home the division crown this year. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now, Yainer Diaz.
No, that's down.
Just
Ball.
missed. One out, bases empty. Strike one.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Center fielder,
2 outs, bases empty. Jake Myers digs in now. On the ground, but it kicks foul.
Ball.
Just
No, that
missed.
missed. That's a ball.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That missed by a
2-2.
lot. The count now 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. We play 2 full. It's the Mets 2 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Starling Marte.
Valdez back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Acuna takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Marte gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Inside, just missed. And another ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, no outs at the plate. Juan Soto.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
And that one almost hit him. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
No, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Way out front for strike 2.
1 and 2 to count.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. On the ground to third. Gets it to first. Lindor retired. And that will end the inning. 2 left for the Mets, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. That's a little bit low.
No, that's low. Ball.
Next offering down in the dirt. And there's the automatic. Foul ball there. Got him swinging. So up next, Isaac Paredes. And first offering is fouled off. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. That one felt good. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Cam Smith. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. Just missed.
Ball. 1-1.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
It's his first strikeout at this level, but it definitely won't be his last. So, you know, these early at-bats are all part of the process for a rookie. And trust me, big league pitching just looks different than minor league pitching. He still has plenty of opportunities ahead of him in this one, though.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
0-1.
Strike on the outside, and the count is 0-2. And that's down and away. Warning track, wall, and you can catch them all, baseball man. It's their second home run of the inning, and we're level. It's 2-2.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
Ball.
First pitch misses. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 down, nobody on. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 3-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Went down on strikes his first time through. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Nimmo hauls it in to end the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 3 and the Mets 2. Back here in Houston, here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
He steps on the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So digging in, Mark Vientos doubled his first time up. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. Rolled to short, could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Astros 3 and the Mets 2. Back here at Dyken Park, bottom of the 4th, and now it's Christian Walker. And a foul ball.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Counts full.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. Hits the top of the wall. Headed for the plate. The relay, he'll score, and they take a 2-run lead.
That's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. Man at second.
Strike 2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That one just misses. Going to count 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Rodgers started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and yes, he offered at it. And that one upstairs. One out, runner at second here on opening day. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hammered, base hit. Diaz around third. Safe, and they're up by 3.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Now at the plate, Isaac Paredes. Here goes the runner. Next offering is fouled back. Rodgers at first, one gone. Lifted in the air, right center field. Taylor hustling after it. Tracks it down for the out. And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So a man aboard. So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. Outside. And that is ball 1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. 2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball, right field. Soto gets under it. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Astros 5 and the Mets 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the 0-2. That one missed.
1-2.
And now 2-2.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Here's Starling Marte, 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees. Marte, a former Gold Glove winner, 36 years old. He's usually in right field, but today he's getting the DH treatment.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense.
Next offering misses down and away. The Astros leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Up the middle, Pena throws to first in time, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
This one in the air, right field. And that'll do it. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Jose Butto.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So the batting order turns over. Now the left fielder, Jose Altuve. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023,
1-1.
He became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
That's in there, and the count is 1-2. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Alvarez collects, fires to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Pena, batting with one down, takes a strike. Butto, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Good eye in that spot.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Missed with a changeup, ball 2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And saved. He busted it down the line for that infield single. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try?
Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two outs. And a foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
In the air, out towards right center. Taylor settles under this one. And that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Juan Soto. Just missed.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Ground ball to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. That's too low. Ball 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The next pitch misses. 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
Activity in the Houston bullpen. Ryan Abreu up and loosening in the pen. King, a left-hander, also throwing. Next offering is in for a strike. Time asked for now ahead of the 3-1 pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Taylor Scott.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Nobody out. Lindor has a chance to tie it. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Myers sizes this one up. Brings it in. Ronnie tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. And the batter now, Brandon Nimmo. Inside, and that's ball 1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
With the tying run at the plate here on opening day. And there's a rocket into the outfield. One run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Golden opportunity right here. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Next pitch is outside.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
2 on, 1 out. Fastball for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Two. Outside. Francisco Alvarez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 6-5.
He ran the count full and saved his best swing for last. That was a battle, and he won. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away. And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Pulls that one foul. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Stays alive. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 6-5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston, bottom of the 6th. Here's a big power threat. Christian Walker. Buto back to work. Late swing, fouled off. Fouled off down the right side. Oh, 0-2 now. And that skips in the dirt. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Right through there for a strike. Ball one there.
1-1.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it hits the top of the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
All over that one right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
One out. Runner at second. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Reed Garrett.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
First pitch just misses. With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog. Not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the...
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One left for Houston. This one remains close. 6-5. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Luis Contreras.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order now. Starling Marte now at the plate. 1 for 3. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Myers makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now here is Luis Angel Acuna. And that drops in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Comes up empty.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Juan Soto now. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And Pete Alonso with a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
Now that first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso will hit next. Fastball is outside.
1-0.
Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. That misses the zone. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free
3-1.
passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Francisco Lindor waiting to hit for the Mets. So now 2 on
Ball 4.
and
Take
2
your
outs.
base.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Francisco Lindor getting ready to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And there's a strike of the outside corner. 0-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Third baseman,
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
And next to hit for Houston, Cam Smith.
And there's one thing on his mind this at-bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. Over to Alonso. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And there's a ball. And a strike. And that one pulled foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing there for Houston. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brian Abreu.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Popped up. Abreu.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Backdoor breaking ball, and he didn't go the other way with it like you might think, but he put a good swing on it, squared it up nicely.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game.
Abreu goes 6'1", 27 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Bennett Sousa, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. King warming up as well. 0-1 now. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Smith squeezes it, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Here's the catcher to hit, Francisco Alvarez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Pickoff throw. Nimmo back on a dive. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And the 1-0. Just missed.
Down. That's a ball.
And another ball.
3-0.
That one finds the zone. 3-1. On the ground, a second, might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. And that's two. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Astros 5. Back here in Houston, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. First pitch misses. Swing and a foul out of play. And that one a little below the knees. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
That's the ball.
Yordan Alvarez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Gets the call, and the count's full.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
No outs. Runner at first. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 3 with 2. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Danny Young.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
There's a strike.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through the sweeper.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Christian Walker up next for the Astros.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm.
Acuna, quick feed to second for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Abreu back to work. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. The Astros have some action in their pen. Bennett Sousa, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one hammered. Adios, pelota. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year. It's 7-5.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brian Abreu won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Bennett Sousa. He's into the game with the bases empty. Starling Marte up to hit. Out towards right center field. Myers sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. One away. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 in this one. That one misses. 1-0. And he pumps it a strike. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. And there's a foul ball. A 2-2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Juan Soto. That's in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 7-5. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And now, Yainer Diaz. So they turn to their closer, Edwin Diaz. A chance at his first save of the year.
Number 39, Edwin Diaz.
First pitch swinging.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors
0-1.
in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
And now the center fielder, Jake Myers. Just missed.
No, that's out.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
And that one wrapped foul. Just missed.
Ball.
And a big swing and a miss.
2-2.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Got him swinging. And just 1 out remaining for Houston.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Rogers, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
1 strike.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Mets collect their first win of the season.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.